From free exotic materials to Halloween tricks, here are 10 things in Destiny 2 that you might not know. No tricks today, let's get going. Threaded Scepter creates a strand-flavored clone of you where you dodged from. Everyone knows this by now, I hope. But did you know that these clones will also attract the aggro of certain targeting attacks and equipment? In particular, this will throw off a Nova Bomb and a few other key items. Take a look.
Ding.
I show this on stream Tuesdays and Saturdays at 12 p.m. on YouTube, by the way, but if you use your grapple and then immediately cancel it with a uncharged melee, it's possible to have the game think that you used your grapple while only using 50% of its charge. Obviously, you don't get the full swing, but why would this be useful? Well, for hunters, Sir Tarachne's Facade will give you free woven mail, or you could deal a small portion of damage to someone while using the foe tracers and get the damage buff from them for free. But even for all classes, weapons with Demolitionist can reload your weapons quickly, or you can use the fragment that reloads your weapons and gives you a small bonus to airborne effectiveness upon using your grenade. The timing is a tad tight, but you will know when you've done it right. And from there, it's pretty easy to replicate. On the subject of animation cancels, wouldn't it be nice to have invisibility while using your Shadow Shot sometimes? Well, it turns out you can actually cancel your invisibility dodge with a super to do exactly that. Take a look. I mentioned this in one of the troll videos, but it's really helpful, so I wanted to make sure you got to know how to actually make this happen. If you start to throw a weighted knife and realize you aren't going to be able to get your target, you're gonna miss, or for whatever reason, you can cancel the throw animation by pressing your super button. This will override the throwing animation with an uncharged melee. You need to make sure your super isn't already charged, but if the situation is right, this is a great way to save a possible miss from happening. This one is here mostly for new lights. Are you doing the Festival of Lost and need some quick candy? Well, you might not have tried to climb one of these trees in the tower, but you should, because they have just free candy on their branches. It's a quick grab. Take a look. This is a bit situational, but possibly life-saving. Pick-upable objects such as strand tangles or elemental orbs from the artifact, or even transmutation balls from the ruinous effigy, can be collected from behind walls. While on paper, yes, this is pretty rare, where this will actually be handy, this can also include behind the walls of your on-demand stasis crystals. If nothing else, this is worth keeping in the back of your mind if you have a build that makes heavy use of these throwable balls. Hey, we're about 2/3 of the way into the video, so real quick, YouTube vids are a bit rough right now, so if you don't mind, I would love for you to subscribe. Thank you so much. There is a new vendor on the tower called Special Deliveries, but for some reason, for both me and my two longtime playing veteran friends, we had a ton of exotic materials just sitting there that I legitimately don't know where they came from. I can't promise everyone is going to have these here, but it takes like 30 seconds to check, and it could prove extremely useful if you need these materials. As a quick note, there isn't any type of icon letting you know whether you do or don't have it, which is possibly why you might have missed it like we did. Now, from possibly the most extremely useful thing you'll see on this list to the most useless thing I promise you will see and hear all day, the leaf/trash bags that you see sort of just loitering around the tower during the holiday event for the Festival of the Lost. Yeah, for some reason, if you agitate them enough, they'll explode. Why? No clue. But it's funny. I thought everyone had heard about this, but my 6-year Destiny vet friend did not, so here you go. During Festival of the Lost, if you follow the path you are seeing here, you can find a secret room that is, let's just call it extra haunted. Fun fact, the Highworms that you find in random places on places like the moon or Savathun's Throne World, or even sometimes they will pop out of random corpses of like Thrall and other Hive, you can use them to, when you get a kill on them, to trigger kill clip-like perks, including Rat King and even Ace of Spades. This is a literally free way to snag a buff mid-combat, and depending on the striker mission, this could be really helpful. Thank you to the TDT Discord community for sending me these things you don't know. Depending on how things go, this very well might be the very last things you don't know video, which makes me a little bit sad. I love this series. It's a really fun series, and it seems to get a lot of traction, which means you guys actually really enjoy watching it. I really do encourage you, if you legitimately have a thing you don't know, you've watched all of our videos, so you know it's not a repeat, please leave it in the Discord. You can just DM our bot, that works just as well, because this might be it. I'm considering doing something like breaking off and doing like a 2-hour-long supercut of everything you don't know in like this massive marathon, but I don't think people will be really interested in that. I'm also curious to see if people are interested if we took all of the most useful things we've ever found in one of these series and put that into its own separate video. So please let me know in the comments if that remotely interests you at all. I really do love this series. I do want to keep it going. We found so much stuff in Destiny, but you know, everything is finite, and this is definitely one of them. I will leave a link to our Discord in the comments. Subscribe or I'll smash your pumpkins. Bless your faces, and deuces.
Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my